Hey everyone, it's me again, Leisha. So first of all, my channel, Alicia Unapologetically You. I also want to say, be respectful, no harassment, bullying, and let's try to stay to the topic, excuse me. Um, so I've been on here and I've been watching, some of these videos on YouTube of what's been going on. And Mama June thing is real big right now, but that's been big for a long time. I used to watch the show, but this new season, the last few episodes, I don't know, it's just not my thing. It's gotten to the point where it's just to me it's played out. Okay, it's just not worth the stress. I suddenly get like this rage over me now when I watch her show, and it's like, okay, I'm all set with that. But I still do try to keep up with, what's going on, even though I don't watch the show anymore. And but I want to point out that excuse the dog, she's going nuts. Lay down, lay down, lay down. That's enough. I'm probably going to do most of my uploads, videos, and shorts at night. I'm not really a day person. I'm just going to say that. I'm really not. I'm more of a night person, like a lot of people. And next, I want to try to throw a little something different, maybe try something different with the show. Yes, you guys have seen the real me, and you saw that one side, but there's many sides to me, and I just feel like I'm missing something, that maybe I shouldn't just show my good side. So you're gonna get a little taste of the different sides of me, because I'm not always like the 2 long videos I recorded recently. Yeah, that is one side of me. But I can also, just like everybody else, I have my stress. And plus I've been watching a lot of YouTube. I used to watch mostly just a lot of movies on YouTube before I got into trying posting content and stuff, but I've been watching more of the other stuff now on there, like what's been going on with the Mama June show, and recently I learned about, which I hadn't heard of them before until recently, the and excuse me if I say this wrong, the collect girls, the sisters there. I guess there's a big thing going on with them. I feel bad for them in a way, because they are just kids, and well, to me they're kids because I'm in my 50s, so everybody under 40 is a kid to me. But they're young, and I really don't feel that it's right the way people are picking at them. They're being themselves. That's what my show is about, right? Being yourself, being true to yourself. Okay, so they may have made a couple of mistakes, but they're young. We all make mistakes. Yeah, don't drag them through the mud for the rest of their life. I think mostly what it is, and this is just a thought, is jealousy. Because from what I've learned about them recently, and I am not trying to steal anybody's, thunder, but I just don't think that, I don't know, I just don't think they're being treated fairly. We all make mistakes. I don't care how old we are. I don't care who we are. We all make mistakes. And what they're being, I don't know, I don't really want to say too much, because I'm only going on what I've seen, and I just recently learned about them. I had no idea who they were till now. I just think that there's this jealousy there, and they're being picked on, And that's part of what I've been talking about in my last 2 videos, is being judged, being picked on for who you are. And if you make a mistake, yes, you should call that person out on it, definitely. But you don't need to be so nasty. And you don't need, because karma, I know you all have heard of karma. I know you know what karma is. And doesn't matter if you believe in karma or not, because karma believes in you. And I gotta tell you, whether you believe in it or not, it will bite you in the you know what eventually. And a lot of people I have seen it. I have seen people do out of jealousy and spite, because they just don't like that person's they may think they're prettier than them or funnier than them, smarter than them. They just don't like them for no good reason. Not that nobody's done anything to them. They just don't like the way they look, or because they're nice, or because people like them. And karma is constantly biting these people in the butt for criticizing somebody, for liking them for no reason. That's not a good enough reason to like somebody. And so, and people don't even realize it. So yes, I feel bad for these girls in that way, because I don't think it is right about the way people are going about it. I really think that, yeah, calling somebody out on something wrong, Shy, the dog wants to go nuts, sorry, is one thing, but be mindful of what you're doing, and don't do it just out of jealousy. Oh, well, they got more views. I'm not saying that that's what it is, okay? I'm just a thought of what, or example of what it could be. But I don't know. I think it's jealousy, honestly. And it's sad, but it's true. And I don't know, it's like I talked in my video earlier, about grown adults acting like they're still in high school. I mean, this jealousy thing, this assuming, I've talked about that. That's what I'm talking about. People do that shit to me my whole life. Excuse my language. I don't know if I can swear like that. I don't want to get in trouble. But it's what I'm talking about. That's what I've been talking about. Maybe, I should be more blunter about it, because I can be. I guess because on YouTube, and I've never done this before, and I just kind of want to not get in trouble so that I can continue to grow. But, what do I got to do? Be an a-hole just to get my point across? I mean, people, leave the girls alone. You said your business. You've done what you've done. Yeah, maybe they should have taken, handled it differently. And like I said, I just going on what I've seen, and I'm just stating my opinion. But I don't mean any ill harm. Okay, so don't take it wrong. If you do, well, that's on you. I can't help that. But the big guy upstairs knows my heart's in the right place, and it's not meant to be any harm to anybody. So, yeah, there's too much jealousy, too much assuming. Spell the word out, because that's what people are acting like when they assume. The ASS. Out of them. And the person they're making assumptions about. For no reason. Think about that. I don't know. People just never cease to amaze me with the ignorance of the way they just, I don't know. I think people want drama, and they don't want the good side. They want the worst of all. So somebody's getting a lot of attention or likes, so you're going to destroy them. And this homophobic thing, I mean, come on, really? I mean, come on. I'm bisexual. You got a problem with me? I mean, come on. So what? Why is it when guys or okay, I've had guys tell me it was okay for girls but not okay for guys. Come on, seriously, what's the difference? And it's not like they are attracted to everybody they see no more than a straight person is. You ain't attracted to everything you see unless you got a problem. So no, people need to stop the judgment, stop the assumptions with no evidence to back it up except for what they hear. I don't care what you heard. If you ain't got no proof that's hardcore to back it up, then you have nothing. Come on. This is what I've been talking about. People are driving me nuts with that. It's just, you're making fools out of yourselves, and you're too blind to see it. The rose-colored glasses, that's the same thing. You're not seeing what you're doing to yourself and people. Stop the assumptions. Stop the jealousy. Come on, really? Is it worth it? Because if you've got things going wrong in your life, and you keep saying, oh my goodness, why does this keep happening? I tried to work on the car for an hour and just everything keeps breaking, or I keep dropping things, or I've been accident prone, or why do all these things keep going wrong? I've been late for this, or or I'm sick, or something. Well, think about the way you're speaking and thinking and assuming of people that you have no reason to be jealous or assume of or put down or whatever, and no evidence to back it up except for something you heard. That don't make it real. If you weren't there and saw it with your own eyes and heard it, and you have nothing that can verify that everything you've heard is absolutely 100,010% the truth, then it's nothing. I don't know. Call me crazy if you want, but that's the way I see it. And I have no judgment, but I don't know. People out there seem to have a lot. I think people are so bored, messed up with their own situations, their own lives, their own problems, that they got to be what I call nosy netties. They want to stick their nose into everybody else's tea and drama, and oh my God, it's like, people, you don't want to face your own issues, so you're gonna go stick your nose in other people's business, or even complete strangers. Come on, what is going on? Really? Is it worth it? Because if you're having all this bad luck and things going wrong in your life, well, stop and think about it. That's karma too. Karma comes many different ways. You do ill in any way, whether it be verbally, physically, or whatever, to do something wrong because you don't like somebody for the way they look, and you don't even know them, or you know them and same reasons, you're just a jealous person, but they've done nothing to make you, not like them, or the sound of their voice or whatever irritates you. Wow. If that's the case, you got issues. Karma's biting you in the butt, and you don't even know it. Have you ever heard of the term that sometimes people are so smart that it makes them stupid? Well, it's kind of true, because if you think about that saying, and the way I try to interpret it is, they're overthinking, or becoming such a big know-it-all, or I don't even know how to say it, but I hope you know what I mean, because that don't mean you're dumb. That does not mean that at all. That is not what I'm saying either, so do not get me wrong. it just means that you're overthinking. You're reading too much in, and to the point that what should have been a right answer is now become not. I don't know. I'm probably confusing you on that statement, so I'll just end that one. But I don't know. I don't know. People just I don't know. And all day I have been having like this weird feeling, because I have mentioned that I am extremely empathic, and I don't have to be next to somebody or in a room to pick up on something. Sometimes it's just in the air, and it could be over the phone. It could be, across the hall, the house next door. Or they could be right in the same room with me. And I could have been in a great mood, feeling fine, and then all of a sudden it just comes over me. And as soon as that, whatever happens has been taken care of, or that person that's in my area next to me or whatever leaves, it's gone. So I know it's not me. It's got to be coming off from somewhere. Or I'll be watching something live on TV and I start getting this vibe that it just like overwhelms me. It like starts inside, like at the pit, and I can just feel it building up. And sometimes it's like a sadness, sometimes it's a rage. I guess it depends on whatever I'm picking up on. And I don't know, there's a lot, and I don't always know how to explain it, but I'm not kidding when I say that. That stuff is real. And I've had people try to put hexes on me because they just didn't like that I was so truthful about everything and bluntly honest enough to point things out when they were wrong and call them out in front of people. So you say you're gonna do something to me for that? Or they didn't like me because they, like in high school, I remember I had this big thing. There was, this boy that was popular, and he ended up asking me out. My best friend we ended up not being best friends anymore because of it, because she got jealous. That's not my fault. I had nothing. I didn't even do anything to try to get his attention. I was not that type of girl. So I can't help it if he overlooked you. We weren't interested. But that's just an example among many, so, and now I feel like I'm starting to just rant. So I'm going to end here, but I don't know. I was just watching some of them videos of what's been going on to people, and they just don't stop amazing me on just the foolishness of it all. I don't know. Just people grow up. Something. Go have some fun for once. But all right, I'll talk to you later.